Good morning. It's very cold here in the gym this morning. So it is like 32 degrees. So I'm going to do a little bit of movement play utilizing the original strength methodology. And with the original strength approach, we are tapping into the nervous system through the 5 basic patterns that we go through as babies, beginning with diaphragmatic breathing, and then we go into eye-head control. We're going to go into rolling, then rocking, and then finally crawling or cross pattern movements. And so there's a number of different ways that you can incorporate all of these and to fit your comfort level. And I'm just going to go through a series of each of those phases and try and warm up the body a little bit. So I'm going to start off with diaphragmatic breathing, lying on my back. Now, the thing with the diaphragmatic breathing is all of these things that I'll do today are done breathing diaphragmatically. That is the tip of the tongue lightly touching the roof of the mouth. The breathing is in and out through the nose and breathing into that lower belly. So I'm going to start off on my back. And I like to pull the knees towards my chest to help flatten out that low back. And again, there's a number of different ways that we can do this, but I'm just demonstrating one. Diaphragmatic breathing, especially in this position, really helps to connect not only the diaphragm but the pelvic floor. The multifidi muscles that help stabilize the spine as well as your transverse abdominis. And I'm going to continue diaphragmatically breathing as I turn over. And I'm going to do some eye-head control, head nods in the Phoenix position here. I'm going to eyes and head up. Notice that I'm pressing through the forearms and hands, keeping the shoulders nice and stable. And I'm just going to go through eyes and head up. Eyes and head down. And you can throw in some side to side, trying to look at the heel. This feels really good, getting some of that side bending through the spine. And let's go into some rolling. So, lead with the eyes, head. How about some lower body? Lead with the leg. I'm going to do a little alternating here. Lead with the eyes, head, upper body, eyes, head, lower body. Eyes, head, lower body. Eyes, head, upper body. There, we're going to go into some rocking. So with rocking, this is one of my favorites. Get into the quadruped position. You can have the laces down or the toes curled under, doesn't really matter. Eyes and head are still going to be pointing up or looking upward. And just rock back towards the heels and rock forward, getting your shoulders over your hands if you can. This is a great way to load the shoulders, get a little stability through the shoulders. You can even do some circular motions. The tendency for a lot of people when they're doing this is their eyes start to look down and their head follows, and next thing they're doing this. And we want to avoid that because the idea here is that we have control of our head, and as we are looking up, we are engaging the musculature on either side of the spine that helps keep us in a nice upright position. So you might notice my back, if I look down, my pelvis turns under, my back starts to round, and this is a position that we find ourselves in a lot from our day-to-day lifestyle of computers and phones and things. Here, as I look up, you might feel the activation of the musculature on either side of the spine, creating a curve where the pelvis tilts forward, and you get a nice curve through that lumbar spine, that low back. And then finally, crawling or cross patterns. Now, normally I would crawl for distance, but since we're a limited space here for the video, you can do this one crawl forward, one crawl backwards. The key here is to move the opposite hand to the opposite knee as we do this. So it's going to look like this. Coordinate the movements. Again, the eyes and head are still up, still diaphragmatically breathing. And if you really want to challenge yourself and get that activation through the center, turn the toes under, come on up, just lift those knees up off the ground just slightly, and then crawl. And keep the eyes and head up and keep that diaphragmatic breathing. This will challenge the breathing quite a bit. That's a really good one. If there is a difficulty of connecting or engaging that core musculature reflexively as you lift those knees, the tendency is for us to start to breathe through the mouth. So work your way up to that, but it's definitely worth the time and the effort. So that's the movement play for the day, utilizing Original Strength. If you haven't checked out Original Strength, I highly recommend checking them out on YouTube. They have hundreds of videos that are definitely worth looking into. So I hope you found some of this interesting. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to warm up before a workout or just a basic movement practice throughout the day. Great way to cool down. And it's also a great way to start to generate a little bit of heat in the body when it's freezing outside. And also too, it helps to reset our nervous system and connect both hemispheres of the brain and coordinate our cross pattern, right shoulder to left hip, left shoulder to right hip, and so on and so forth. So really good for the nervous system, really good for your brain. So hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate if you subscribe, share the video with someone if you feel like it might be of benefit. And if you have any questions, comments, please put them down below in the comments section. And until we see each other again, have a great day.